Maybe I should.
Yo, dude, it does sound different than it normally
What,
does.
does
Oh,
it?
because you put the filter on?
No.
That sounds good, though. I mean, it sounds fine.
Yeah, I was gonna put the filter on afterwards, but
Okay. Well, this is good then. All right. You are here and now with Brandon and Joe. I'm Joe,
and I'm Brandon.
and this is episode 16.
16, baby.
Guest free. No, I'm joking.
Who would have thought we would have made it this far?
I know,
You
bro.
know?
16 episodes deep.
Yeah.
We barely made it, but
I
we
know.
made it. We fucking made it.
But yeah, first podcast in over a month, just us.
Should we do an unofficial sponsor of the?
It's more like, yo, give us free whiskey.
Yo, this episode is brought to you by Creekwater. Unofficially sponsor us.
All right, hopefully I don't fuck this up getting it out of the shot. So
That
what's
should
up,
be
bro?
good. Actually, I didn't even make sure if it was in the shot or not. But yeah, man, it's fucking good whiskey. We already talked about this, but it's fire
Son of a
whiskey.
bitch open.
We would love a sponsorship.
Ooh, that's a hefty one. You want some more or no?
Huh? No, I'm good for now. All right. What's good, though? What's good, brother?
You know. you know, mixing up the medicine.
So let's recap on the last 3 episodes have been all guest episodes.
Which one was your favorite?
Man, they're all my favorite. I love them all differently.
We can't.
I love them all differently.
We can't even say anything. 'Cause
No, they were all solid episodes though. Like they were all solid. You know, obviously the first one was, I mean, it was our first guest. You know, it's like it popped our cherry of having
Yeah,
guests on. So
yeah.
it was. Luckily, it was the homie Thrush, and you know, I don't know. It was definitely different than just me and you being on, but it
Well-
set the tone. It set, you know, it set us off down a good like momentum path of having guests on. Like,
Yeah, he was kind of easier because we know him. We've been homies for like over 10 years, so
yeah,
we know a lot of his background. But one thing I've noticed is we're getting pretty much all creatives on.
yeah,
It's kind of like the direction subconsciously we're going down.
Yeah.
It seems that way.
yeah.
Again, because we don't know any scientists, or we might not be smart enough to know any scientists.
Yeah, if there's any scientists out there, don't contact us because
Yeah,
we don't
'cause
know what to ask you.
It'll be a one-sided podcast for
No,
sure.
for real though, if there is a scientist that wants to come on this podcast, come on out. Let's go. We'll whip something up. We'll ask you about atoms and stuff, space.
But having
Medicine.
guests on is dope though, because I'm all about like supporting dope shit, supporting our friends that, happen to make cool stuff. And
Yeah, luckily we're friends with a bunch of people that make cool stuff.
Yeah. And
you
I didn't even
know,
realize
or that are doing dope shit.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't even realize like how many people we know that are actually like trying to make a name out of themselves,
Yeah.
like a lot of people.
Yeah.
But
Or a lot of people that have like a craft that they're working on or trying to live off of, or, something that they're passionate about.
yeah,
And
and that's inspiring. Like having Nate on last week made me like inspired to do music. Like
Yeah.
I was already kind of in the music groove, but it kind of made me want to work on something to actually drop, instead of just fucking around.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's cool. It's like inspiring to have these people on.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus learning more, like there's a lot that I still want to learn. And a lot of these guests that we've had on so far have a lot to learn from,
Oh, yeah,
like
of
we can
course.
learn a lot from the different avenues that they've taken, and just, as a creative period, like
Yeah.
just different things, take different things from each different person,
Yeah.
And
And
same
these-
with our future guests. Like that's really what it is like stuff we're interested in and people we're interested in learning about,
Yeah.
shit like that,
Yeah. And these are our own homies. And I'm actually like learning about their life and stuff, that questions that I never probably would have brought up in just random conversation,
Yeah.
So that's always cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, I was contemplating farting into this mic while you were
I seen the pause. Like you drifted out. You drifted out of consciousness for a second.
Yeah.
So
I had to fart and I was like, should I do it with the mic? But then I was like, damn, I got to talk into the mic afterwards.
Yo, so what you think of our new
yeah, I'm glad we brought it
new
back,
setup,
dude.
you
Yeah, I'm
know?
glad we brought it back. Definitely better than just a white wall, I think. I think aesthetically it looks better.
Oh yeah, it has such a chill vibe in here.
That's
now.
how we started off too. We started off with the tapestries. And we had no wall. We had no wall to hang it up. That was the only reason that we had that up, was because to separate from the rest of the room.
Bro, we started in my bedroom.
Yeah.
You know, like we had to squeeze in this little spot. We had a bed right there. They couldn't see the other half, but yeah, I would hang this off the ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah, just so we could block out all your like
Dresser,
shit, your room,
just
and your
my normal shit.
Yeah, your shoes and shit.
But I do like this. I do like this vibe a lot. And even Calvin made a point, like saying, like how this matched the vibe of this room. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it matches. I think it matches the vibe of the whole podcast here and now.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, I don't know. I like it. It's dope.
Say it, bro. I'm tired of this. You're giving me these crazy looks, bro. You got something to say?
Let's fight. Should we fight?
Fuck it, it's content.
All right,
bro.
put the mics up. Now, would you ever box me, dude? Would we ever have a boxing match? You see all these fucking people boxing these days.
I definitely want to spar, like with a helmet on.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
You know, if I'm not getting paid for it, I don't want to get punched in the face for real.
Yeah,
It's not something that's on my to-do list, but
yeah.
definitely spar.
Would you rather box or would you rather full on like street fight somebody, or like MMA
Box.
style, MMA
Box.
versus boxing?
Box.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. Like I'm a fan of MMA, but I think I'm more of a fan of boxing. Just like it's more of art to me. You know, there's like more technique.
Yeah,
MMA is more like a street fight, you know. It's definitely probably more entertaining, but I don't know, man. I just think it could be sloppy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's actually a good point. Like boxing is more of an art form actually, because I mean they're both kind of like you could say there's an argument for both of them being a form of art, but like boxing especially because you know, like when I don't know, like just say like limit yourself. If you could limit yourself, take all the excessive stuff away, that's when like creating is the hardest, you know, but you have to be forced to use your creativity. You know, like say you have two colors, but you need to paint an immaculate photo, but you only get two colors to do it. You got to use your creativity to get that photo out there, or that painting out there. Well, that's kind of like boxing. Like you're so limited on the things that they can do that they have to be creative in the approach that they do it. You know, like because all you can literally do is like pretty much punch. Like all you can't kick, you can't grab, you can't hit in the back of the head. You're like so limited that you would think it'd be easy to box. You know, because you're only like trying to punch somebody in the face or the stomach.
Yeah.
You know, that's really it.
Well, I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, like you have to be creative with the kicks, with the takedowns. Like I feel like you have more tools to use that you got to be I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Yeah. Your lack of tools, so you got to be creative.
Yeah, you almost got to like force your creativity.
You're more focused on technique.
Like if
you're forced to focus on technique.
If me and you were gonna box, I know you're gonna try to punch me. You know, like that's just
right.
common sense. Like I know you're gonna try to punch me. So you trying to punch me, you have to figure out a way to punch me where I don't see it coming. You know,
right.
Which is like there's many different ways you could do that. Like Muhammad Ali was always good with the footwork. You know, like I don't know. There's just like different ways that you got to come up with to punch your opponent. You know, just think about it. If I'm gonna punch you, you know the fist is gonna come at you either your stomach. So you either block it like this or you block it like that,
or head movement.
Yeah, or head movement.
Yeah.
Well, you get somebody in there that is more creative with it, like throws a unique hook or a uppercut or something you don't expect. like that's where like kind of like almost the art form comes
Yeah.
in.
The only thing that I think that limits boxing from being creative is the rules. Like with MMA, there's more freedom. Like you could literally jump off the cage,
Yeah.
so you can. I feel like you have more things to get creative with
Yeah.
MMA. Does that make sense?
Yeah. You definitely have more like colors to use.
Yeah, you got more colors to use. You got obstacles. Like
Yeah. 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 That's what I'm saying. Do you think boxing and fighting is an art?
I think boxing is. I think MMA is too, for sure. For sure. When you know how to fight, it's an art. But street fights, like, it's like the sloppiest thing.
Yeah, that's
it's
like
embarrassing to watch.
That's almost like the things you can get on Groupon, like drink wine and art.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like what street fighting is.
Yeah.
Like anybody can do this.
It's just gonna be
it may or
mess,
not.
bro.
It may or may not be good, but what are those things called? Painting with a twist.
Painting with a twist. Yeah,
that's what fucking street fights are.
But
yeah.
What I'm noticing, like, I'm more of a fan of sports that have a creative like style to it, like basketball. Like, you could have so much style. You could add your own flavor into how you play. But like with football, I feel like there's no like swag about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, there is, but it's like less
with football.
Yeah.
No, there is, dude. There definitely is. Like you see those dudes that do those like one-handed catches.
Right.
Like I've seen crazy fucking catches that are just like, how the fuck did he do that?
But can you think of a football player and like, yeah, that dude, he has a dope style with it,
That OBJ, dude.
Maybe I'm just not into football. That's why I don't know.
But they all look the same, though. Like they're all covered up with headgear and pads and shit, so you can't really tell. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really watch football, so I don't really have like a input in like that either. So I don't know.
But I guess
I know there's more people that stand out than other people.
Right. Yeah, maybe it's just something that I'm not into, so I don't pay attention to it. But like with basketball, there's just so much. There's character. Like you could see these players, and there's like character while watching them. You could see their character.
Yeah.
Like the Dennis Rodmans and shit like that. But that's also, they're not covered in helmets and they're not covered in gear,
Yeah.
So maybe that's why too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dude, I'm getting way too distracted. My dog, look at him, dude. He's fucking eating the wood off of the door.
All right, we back.
All right. Yeah, my dog was eating the door over there.
It's better than the tack earlier.
The attack?
The tack that it was eating.
Oh, the tack. Yeah, dude. He was eating a tack, like straight up with the sharp point and everything in his mouth.
Your boy's a savage.
He is.
He's a little savage.
Must be hungry. But yeah, dude. So like there's a common theme with a couple of our past episodes, and it's skateboarding. Like we've talked to the past two guests at least all about skateboarding, like diving deep.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about our history with skateboarding. How old because we started at the same time.
I think I was I want to say second grade, bro. I want to say second grade because I remember having a mongoose board, like this plastic board from like Kmart.
Okay, if we're counting that then, because I had that tattoo board and I was in Florida. We were living in Florida at the time. What year was that? What was the earliest year we were in Florida? 2001?
Oh, no. I think that was like 2003.
2003. So that's about when we were skating.
Yeah.
And I was in third grade.
Yeah.
I was in third grade.
The first skate park we ever went to, I think, was in Pensacola. Do you remember that? Like mom had the old school, the tape recorder and was recording us.
What Pensacola park?
It was an indoor park. It's closed down now. But yeah, it was an indoor park in Pensacola, Florida.
Damn, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I remember the outdoor one on the beach.
Yeah.
Next to the bridge in Navarre.
Yeah.
But I don't even think I was skating at that time. I think I was in between scootering and skating.
Yo, it's embarrassing because I was rollerblading.
Yeah. I don't know what's worse. I think I would rather scooter than rollerblade.
I think so too, but I think so. They're both
pretty bad. They're both
But
pretty bad.
we were coming from hockey though.
Yeah, and we were
You know.
also so that makes sense.
That made sense.
But we were also like, it's kind of crazy to think like we were destined for some sort of extreme sport or whatever, you know, because we were like trying to find our path. Like, do we like scootering? Do we like rollerblading? And then when the first time we picked up a skateboard, I think that was it. Like we fell in love with it and it was over, you know?
Yeah, I wonder
I never touched the scooter again.
What brought us to skateboarding, do you think?
Yeah, I don't
think
know.
It was Tony Hawk, Pro Skater 1?
Probably.
Because I don't remember.
Because we were big into PlayStation. We were big into playing games and shit.
Because I don't really remember like neighborhood kids coming around and like giving us boards, like how they came up, you know? But fast forward though, I don't think I really got into it till I got a real board, which was I brought it up in the past podcast from Mr. Rags that was at Mid Rivers Mall.
Did I get my first board there too? Do you remember? My BAM board?
Dude, I want to say you got that board at Zoomies for some reason in New York.
I know. I
Could
got.
I be talking out my ass?
No, I know. I got a BAM shirt.
Okay.
I know. I got a BAM shirt.
I got the him shirt,
and it was actually a Element. It was an Element BAM shirt.
Yeah, because I remember getting a him shirt with the heartagram.
Dude, that might be it. Because we were so big into Viva La Bam.
Yeah,
that might be like one of the reasons why we picked up a skateboard.
we got into it before that though. Yeah. But I would say like when we started like recording us skateboarding and like try to film skate videos, like really getting into it was like 7th grade.
Yeah,
and must have been 5th grade for you.
Yeah,
because we were living at that. Actually, shit, it was even before that, dude. Because I remember we got into filming because Dad would take photos, his comps, on this little Logitech little black camera that you didn't have a screen or anything. And we would take that from Dad and we would film each other skating.
Yeah.
And then we evolved that to his other digital camera. He would get pissed
the one
too.
with the screen.
Yeah, he I don't think he liked us using his shit, but
I remember the Logitech one, dude, because like we would just hope we got the photo or hope we got the footage, you know. I remember we used to take so many photos with that, and it recorded too, right? It did shoot video.
Horrible quality.
Yeah,
we got some of those videos on YouTube still.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's kind of how we got into it.
Man, I fucking miss those days though, dude. I miss those days so much. Like going to Plus Skate Shop, picking out shoes and a board and shit.
Yeah.
Like those were the funnest days.
Yeah,
and then like I remember specifically filming with that Logitech, and I was wearing Vans, the Trujillos, and they were like all leather. And we were skating off our little porch. It was like this tall. Like I remember taking photos of that, and they were red and black shoes. And I remember it was like one of the first pair of leather shoes that I ever had. I was like, man, it's hard to skate in the leather because it sticks more. It sticks too much, you know?
Dude, yeah, Florida was the shit. Like we used to wait for the weekend so we can go skate.
Yeah.
Eglin, I think it was Eglin Air Force Base. And like we would literally wait.
No, not Eglin.
What part?
Scott.
No,
Scott's Air Force Base.
Not Eglin Air Force Base.
Eglin we did go to, but
yeah, that's when we were skating inside like
like
warehouses,
like military warehouses,
bombs and shit, you know,
jets, all sorts of shit.
Bro, we used to skate. Where was it called, dude?
Herbert's, yeah. Herbert's Air Force Base.
Herbert's?
I think so.
Dude, I don't know. That sounds funny as hell.
I think it was, dude. Let me look it up real fast. Air Force Base in Navarre. But we had a couple military friends, a couple military homies. But that's let's see, Navarre Air Force Base.
Well, it was
how crazy is that? Eglin Air Force Base.
Eglin Air Force Base. Yo, look up Mary Esther or Mary.
Oh, Hurlburt, bro, Hurlburt.
Yeah, we used to skate on Hurlburt.
Hurlburt Field.
Yeah, but bro, we would get kicked out of spots with fucking these army guys with like M16s, bro.
heavy artillery.
Yeah, we were like 14, 15.
They would come around, tell us to put our helmets on. We're like, okay.
Yeah.
We would second guess
Whatever.
them dudes.
Whatever you
Whatever
want,
you guys
dude.
want.
But imagine that. Like, I don't think these kids know, like in Missouri, like getting kicked out with a fucking gun on you.
Yeah.
A big M16 is like a whole nother feeling.
How crazy is that?
Of getting
dude?
kicked out.
Like, what the fuck was that place, man? Just an Air Force base, but like,
Yeah, just an Air Force base. It's like that's where a lot of people were stationed.
yeah, people lived there.
Yeah.
And like, you had to be military, else you couldn't get on.
Yep.
And that's the only way we were getting on, is because our friends' parents would show their ID, drop us off.
You didn't have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
There was no tax on gas, no tax on food.
Dude,
there.
remember street skating in the base?
Yeah.
That was so
Yeah.
fun, dude. There were some like
So many
legendary
spots.
yeah,
So
like,
many
some
spots
good fucking
everywhere.
spots. And then we would always skate up to the bowling alley to get food.
Yep. And
Or the pool. We'd skate up to the pool and we'd get those one drinks. What were those drinks? We would
Yahoos?
always get them. No, they were like in a green can.
Oh, was it Surge?
No, it wasn't.
It was Volt.
Volt.
I think it was Volt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like Volt
I don't
or
even
something.
think they make those anymore, do they?
But that was the shit, dude.
Yeah.
Those drinks were like, and we'd skate like probably 20 minutes. Like, the skate park wasn't by anything. Like, to get food, we literally would skate like 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
And we'd stop at like little
Skate
spots.
and
Yeah.
it was an adventure every time. Every time.
And it was always a decision too. We're always like, you sure you want to skate all the way up there? All right, let's do it. And we all grabbed all of our shit and skated up there.
Bro, we used to skate down like 12 stairs into the sand.
Yeah.
That was the funnest shit.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, we were doing everything down those stairs. Like,
yeah.
front side flip, tray flip.
Yeah. But into sand.
Into sand. Ruining our boards. I remember losing my iPod Shuffle. Or did you lose it? One of us lost our
I think
iPod
it was
Shuffle.
me. Yeah.
The all white one that we used to skate with.
So we moved. What year did we move from Florida?
Which time?
Oh yeah.
For the first time?
Well, the
was
last
in 2003.
Time. The last time
was
we moved.
2007.
Okay. Yeah.
2008, because
Yeah,
I was in 8th grade.
Yeah, and I
Going
was,
into 8th.
was a sophomore. So how was that transition? Do you remember skateboarding in Florida and then coming here and skating
Well,
here?
that move, I remember like missing my best friend at the time.
Nathan.
Yeah, shout out to Nathan. But like I remember how hard that was, like just leaving my like our friends at that time, like our skate homies, like those dudes. Like we had two homies, Nathan and Anthony. Well, we had more homies out there, but real close ones were Nathan and Anthony. And they were like most of our skate days were with them, and those are the military homies that we got on the base with and all that. And just like, yeah, like not being able to skate with them anymore was like, fuck, like this sucks. And then coming back to Missouri, I don't remember the first couple of places we skated, but somehow we found that youth activity park.
Yeah.
I guess with Google or something, just looking up skate parks. And then I remember how I started meeting everybody was because they saw me frontside flipping the hip.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when they started talking to me, and then I found out what school they go to, and like found out I'm going to that school, and then there was always like a comparison. They're like, is Joe better than Michael? There's this kid named Michael, like the old homie, and he was like the best in 8th grade skating, you know? And they would always like compare, like, dude, we found this kid from Florida. He might be better than Michael.
Yeah.
And it turns out Michael was probably better than me, but they didn't know that, you know, like just from me frontside flipping a hip, trying to frontside flip it. So I came with like this Florida steez that wasn't out here, you know, like this Florida style that.
Bro, we also had like long blonde hair. I don't remember.
Dude, we were the first, like, honestly, I think we were the first, like, wearing tight pants and shit out here.
I know we were the first in Florida, bro.
Because we had those X Game pants, and I don't think anybody was wearing those out here.
Well, we were the first in Florida because I remember that's how I met Anthony DeSimone.
Yeah.
Because he had tight pants, and I was the only other person with tight pants. And I was like, dude, where are you getting those? Because I didn't know where to find them.
Well, dude, I remember.
And he was tailoring his pants. So we started doing that.
We went to a tailor to get our
we would
pants
get our shit tailored, and they would rip every time.
I remember sitting in health class, And it was around that time when we were learning like sex ed, you know, like sexual education. It was 7th grade at that Florida school. And there was a part in the DVD that we were watching that said, tight pants can ruin your sperm cells. And everybody in the class turned
Just
and looked at
you.
me. And I was like, what the fuck, man? But I was wearing the tightest pants, dude. I had these pair of Volcom pants that literally did hurt my balls. Like, it was like, they were so tight. I couldn't even button the top button. I was like, it wasn't even worth wearing, but
Yo,
I would wear them.
At least we never wore girl pants.
Yeah.
Like, at least.
Oh, yeah.
We have homies that used to wear girl pants.
Oh, yeah.
And you could tell. Like, they flared out at the
pockets
bottom.
in the back or small pockets.
Tiny. Like, bro, what you gonna put in that little pocket?
Yeah.
Man, so at least we
yeah.
didn't wear girl pants, you know?
Yeah. But a lot of people did.
A lot of people did.
Because that was like the beginning of tight pants.
A lot of people still do, bro.
Wear girl pants?
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
You got some.
Yeah. Do you remember the transition from baggy pants to tight pants? Like, what got us into that? I think Corey Duffel, people like that.
Corey Duffel,
skaters.
Baker. But dude, it was always hard for me to skate in baggy pants.
Yeah.
You know, like I always felt like for hard flips and shit, tight pants is the way to go.
Yeah.
Because I felt like, and it never happened to me because I never wore baggy pants, but or baggy pants skating.
There's footage of us wearing baggy pants skating. Yeah. I remember specifically there's a video of you with a cast on and you're wearing blue pants, I think like a green, the Green America shirt.
Yeah.
The red and black Hermans.
Yeah.
And
Reynolds 3s,
or the Reynolds 3s. And you got the baggy pants on, baggy blue pants. It's weird how I remember shit like that.
Yeah.
But I do remember that because I was wearing the same shit. Like, I was wearing those back when I had the etnies, the black and white etnies.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I do remember that, though. I remember being like, I don't know what made me get it for the first time, like first put them on. But I remember when I first started wearing the tighter pants, I was like, yeah, it's way easier skating because you could see the board better.
And it just looked doper.
Yeah.
And I know like the trend now is starting to go baggier pants, but I still like my pants to be like this tight. You know?
I think it was Corey Duffel though, dude. Like, do you remember him?
Yeah.
I remember seeing a video part of him and he was wearing the tightest pants.
Yeah, the Foundation video. I forget which one, but
yep.
Yeah, I know. And I know that's where D. Simone got his or he got his inspiration from for sure. Remember that movie What's Up Rockers?
Yeah.
I don't know why I just thought about that because it reminds me of Corey Duffel for some reason.
Yeah, a couple, probably like a year or two ago, back when I was living at mom's, I had Gabby over and I tried to pull that video up and I found it and we were watching it for a little bit, but she didn't want to watch it. You know,
is it as good as we thought it was back then? Because that was the dopest shit. Because it was raw.
It was like the first video that we saw that had skaters in it.
Yeah,
like the first movie.
Yeah, yep.
And it was raw too, but like it was the first movie. I remember after that trying to find like legit movies that were about skateboarders, and I couldn't find.
Or do you remember that movie called Grind? I think.
Yeah.
Corny as fuck.
Yeah.
But that movie was the shit at one point.
Like,
that was cool.
No, that movie was fucking good. Where he has the like the stoner friend.
Yeah. And they do that,
and he's like trying to vert skater.
Yeah, he's trying to get sponsored.
But he always wears his helmet and shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't raw though. Like What's Up Rockers?
No.
But I remember that though. Yeah, he's trying to get sponsored,
Yeah,
and then there's like pros in it that end up like sponsoring him or something at the end. But he had that stoner friend, and they pulled like trash, or they pulled orders. I remember this. They pulled orders out of the trash. And then they go through the drive-thru and they're like, "Hey, you got our order wrong. We ordered 2 double," you know, and that's how they would get like free food.
That's smart though.
Yeah.
That's almost as smart as that movie, that wrestling movie, where this is gross, but he gets a free icy by putting his finger up his ass.
Ready to rumble?
Yeah, ready to rumble. And he's like, "Smell this. I don't know. It smells like shit. It smells like shit. I should get this for free."
That's fucking gross. That was a good movie though.
Which one would you rather do?
The trash one. Getting the shit out of the trash. That's more up our alley. Remember, we used to be like little punk skaters, like asking people for
money and for food.
We didn't know any better though.
Yeah.
But people, I remember one time the homie David got a whole meal, Like a whole fucking meal.
And that fool would not
Didn't share any of it.
Yeah, he would not share. He got
What do you got?
He got like a 10-piece, apple pies,
yeah,
fries, a soda.
drink.
Did not give a shit.
I remember
he
going
was
up,
like, I earned this, you know?
Remember going up to Lion's Choice and getting those 10-cent cones?
10-cent cones.
And we would like try to scrap change on the ground, like looking everywhere for change.
Did mom not? I guess she never gave us money.
There was a couple times where she gave us like $5 or 10 to split, but we always blew through it, like getting Gatorades and shit.
Because I don't remember ever like having money ever to do shit, you know?
Man, how crazy is that? Our parents would just drop us off and let us run amok on the town.
Oh, yeah. Like, I remember almost getting kicked out of St. Charles.
The whole town was our skate park.
Yeah. Like, we would get dropped off at that Rallies.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people can relate because, like, Rallies was the spot to get dropped off at because I guess there was
like centrally located to where we could get to any part.
Yeah, we'd have mom drop us off and one of the homies' moms pick us up.
Yeah.
You know,
how crazy is that? Think it back on.
I would not do that for my kid. Like, I don't think so.
Nah.
You know, especially going down to the city like that.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I don't know. It's a different world, though. You know, it's just different now.
But back to so let's go back. We kind of got off track just reminiscing, but let's talk back about like, all right, so we started in Granite City is where we started skating. I'm pretty sure.
No.
I remember skating for like the first couple times at grandma's house.
Yeah, the basement.
Yeah.
The basement was the spot.
But we were now because we were kind of good at that point playing skating over the rug.
Dude, it had to have been Illinois because I remember doing my first kickflip at Wood River Skate Park. I remember the exact same spot. You know, it had to have been Illinois is when we got into it.
Yeah.
And it's probably because of Corey's brother. Like, Corey's brother was into skateboarding, and I'm trying to think, bro. I'm just going blank on, like...
The only thing that there's only two things that I can remember that... There's only... I don't know. I have a hard time remembering a few things that, like, were my first time doing it, you know? I can't remember my first sip of beer, and I can't remember the first time I stepped on a skateboard.
Yeah, same with me.
But I know I loved one of them. No, I know I loved fucking skating. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. There's like, for some reason, because we did it so much that there's like so many memories of us skating. It's hard to tell. It's hard to pinpoint like the exact first time.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember like the beginning days of being at grandma's house skating on her back porch. You know, the first time I seen you get popsicled trying to heel flip.
Bro, heel flips have been scarring ever since. Like that's a
every time you try to heel flip now,
I get worried.
You stiffen up.
I get worried, dude.
I no homo, but I can see every time you try to heel flip, your cheeks.
Don't look at my ass, bro. Don't look at my ass. But yeah, no, that's scarring. Like, and honestly, 50-50 and circle rails, like I was scared of the longest time because I got a concussion.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I guarantee if you try to nollie flip a hip right now,
oh god,
you probably won't, you know?
Fuck that. But I remember like in Florida, dudes. Florida, I feel like, man, we built all those ramps. I remember we built a lazy man's half pipe.
Mm-hmm.
But it was dope. It was fun as fuck for us, you know?
Remember our homie Jeff frontside flipping off the top?
Yeah.
It was literally 4x4.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No runway at all.
You had to step on your board. It was not meant to be skated off of.
Yeah.
But then we started skating off of it. And like, like when he did that. And
that was crazy.
Yeah. And then there was like, so it was like a big ramp. And one side was big. The other side was small. The one side had like a lip on it, like this big that you could like tail pop off of, and then the other one had like an inch high, like whatever. We used it to do stalls and stuff on. Like, what made us make that? Like, we wanted a half pipe, but we made like the sketchiest. I think Dad convinced us like, this is awesome. This is gonna be fun because he didn't know how to make a half pipe.
Probably laziness. For sure.
And then we made that big ass ramp in Silex.
Yeah,
a huge one.
Dude, that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
There's no chance of anybody ever skating off of it off the side we did.
Yeah, yeah.
We used to jump off it with our dirt bike.
Dirt bikes, yeah.
But the main thing was like skating up it, doing a trick.
And then just riding a fakie. But we were always about the kickers though.
Yeah.
And I think that stemmed from
we made that one in Florida too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's always like gigantic kickers, dude.
Huge ass kickers.
Like if we brought that to here, the people would have been like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?"
Yeah, that was huge. That was probably like 5 feet tall, 5 feet long.
Yeah, it was big. And I think we got that from Calvary Church.
Yeah,
because we used to skate at this church. I think they had it like once every month.
Yeah,
and it
was it every Monday?
It might have been every Monday. Yeah,
something like that.
But all of our friends would be there, and that's like something we would do.
Yeah.
And I think they were doing that at a church here too in Chesterfield.
Yeah.
You remember skating?
Yeah,
from time to time.
Yeah, I do remember because that just popped in my head too. I remember thinking about some local kids around here. I remember that popped in my head. Those memories of like local people out here talking about skating at a church and stuff.
Do you remember your first competition?
The one Dirt and Vert?
Dirt and Vert.
Yeah.
Do you remember the feelings you had?
Yeah.
I remember practicing at not landing shit.
Yeah.
Like I used to be scared to go down the rail, you know?
Yeah.
And I would never stick it until it was time for competition. And I got it like fucking nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I remember just being so nervous I couldn't land shit.
I remember
I couldn't land nothing.
We might have even started one of our runs off the same, but olling off that ramp onto the other ramp.
Yeah.
Man, that's so funny to think about. Like
but your boy got first once.
We would practice.
Yeah.
Like we would practice for like a solid hour before the competition started. We'd come up with our sets, like just be in the zone.
Yeah.
And we'd talk about it, like what we're gonna do. All right, dude, I'm a board slide that, go up that ramp, come back, hit the hip, you know, shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
like I said, dude, like I think I won a board out of it. You won some trucks. You know. How many did we do? We did.
No, I didn't win trucks. I won wheels.
Wheels.
Yeah.
Well, I know we did a few of them because I remember getting first once. It was like an Alien Workshop deck. And then I remember getting second one time and getting some trucks. I'm not sure what kind, but
yeah,
I remember doing a few of them. When we moved out to here, I don't think we ever fucked with competitions again.
No, yeah, we did. Didn't we do some of the Yap ones or no?
I think we watched, but I don't think we did them. You know.
Well, we did the games of skate.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was
cool.
Fun, yeah,
that was really cool. But no, when we moved here, man, I think we really got into like just skate videos. Like that's when we were always filming and shit. But I feel like
SLGW started in Florida.
Yeah. Like around the time we were moving, like that summer, I'm sure when we started it.
And Get Hyphy.
Yep.
Do you remember Get Hyphy?
Yep.
It started as Get Hyphy, and then it went to SLGW.
Yeah. And then we were doing like, he was filming out there, and then he would come here like 2 weeks at a time. He did that like twice.
Yeah.
And that's how we got all of our footage, which was cool. You know, it was cool. I feel like we were always trying to pursue something.
Yeah. Like
when I first found skateboarding, that was the first time I felt like I knew what I wanted to do in life, you know? And I kind of wish, now that I think back, I didn't put pressure on myself because I probably would have had more fun. But like, I felt like this pressure to like just focus on skate videos, you know, just focus on filming part of it, you know?
Yeah.
Where when we skate now, I feel like I have more fun, to be honest. Because like, I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I mean, skateboarding for me was always like, it was always like a competition. I felt like I was in competition with all my friends.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like speaking of like the homie Nathan, like if he did something, I was like, fuck, now I got to go do something big, you know? Because I don't know. I don't know why it was like that.
And that's kind of fun. You know, it's fun.
Just friendly competition. Because that's how you kind of improve and that's how you get better and shit. But
yeah, that's what's kind of fun about doing songs together. Like when we first started rapping.
Go harder than the other person.
Yeah, our mentality was be better than the next guy. But my mentality has changed with music too. Like when we start doing records again, like I want to focus on making a solid song rather than going bar for bar, unless that's the purpose. But I'm all about like just creating like legit songs.
Yeah.
And like even with skateboarding, like back then I was trying to like create legit parks, and felt like wasn't having as much fun with it. You would put pressure on yourself to like, you want the best part in the video, like, I don't know, that was just always in the back of my head
Yeah.
instead of just having fun and getting what you got.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I bet it's still like that though. Like I bet the homies that are doing skate videos today, they're all trying to get the best part. I mean, I'm sure they're having fun with it mainly, but I feel like that's just what skateboarding is. Like, if somebody's got a feeble down a 12 stair in their part, you want to go fucking ollie or kickflip the biggest gap. Like you
Yeah.
want to throw. If that person's throwing down, you want to throw down.
Yeah.
At least that's how I would be still if I
Well,
was
the thing
skating.
about skateboarding is, especially if your homie just landed something like that, it's like, all right, now I gotta get it.
Yeah, like doubles. Like
Yeah,
you want to
yeah,
get hyped up.
That's why like the skateboarding community is so dope. It's because I feel like everyone hypes each other up.
Yeah.
Like it might be competition, but it's not like a fuck you
Yeah.
competition.
Yeah.
Like with music, it could be very cliquey,
Yeah, like you want to see your homies do good. You want to see your homies like land the trick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't want your homie to get hurt.
Right.
Because then if they get hurt, then all the fun's gone for the whole day.
Yeah. Good times, bro.
Yeah. So how did skateboarding lead to music?
I was just thinking about that. And
because all of our skate homies that we skated with when we started with music, that's who we did music with. Well, not all of them, but the closest ones.
The first endeavor outside of skateboarding for me was a clothing company. Me and Vegas tried to start Fly Supremacy, but I think that was my introduction also to hip hop too, because like our goal was to get our clothes to Wiz and Currency.
Yeah.
Like that was just the goal. We're like, it's going to be easy. Like all we got to do is send Wiz a shirt. He's going to wear it. We're going to blow up.
Who wouldn't wear a free shirt?
Who wouldn't want to wear a free shirt, Not realizing like everyone and their mom's doing that, But yeah, I think skateboarding got me into 3-6 Mafia, which got me into skateboarding.
Yeah, dude, the days of bumping 3-6 Mafia.
Or I'm sorry, 3-6 Mafia got me into music, or got me wanting to create music. Because I feel like that was my first like inspiration in music for sure.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and along with that is like A$AP Rocky, but that kind of had that 3-6 Mafia vibe to it,
Yeah.
But yeah, skateboarding definitely. I mean, skateboarding and music just go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Because like when we were making our skate videos, we would search songs. Like we would.
Sometimes the song made the part. Like, dude, I remember there being a part. Who was it? Oh man, who was it? It was the Circa video. Adrian Lopez, I think it was. I think it was him. But somebody had a part where every time the beat hit, they landed their trick. Every time. Like, it was so on point. And it just made the video so much doper. Like, that part so much doper. Because literally every time it was like the drum hit, he would land his trick. And I just remember, like, how dope that was. Like, how much that, like, made it extra,
But it's funny, though, because with skateboarding, it was never really so much hip-hop. It was more like indie music or like alternative.
Cranberries. I remember hearing the song Zombies for the first time.
Yeah, I remember hearing Wolf Mother from Johnny Layton's part in the Toy Machine video.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just like another song that sticks out to me every time I listen to it, I just think of Baker is Lou what's his name? Lou Reed. Street Hassle. That's like the dun 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 dun.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that. It's kind of like the theme song for Baker.
Yeah.
But it's certain skate videos that make certain songs just stand out.
Yeah.
Like some shit that no one's ever heard of. I'm like, I know I heard that off a skate video.
Yeah.
Like I know that song from somewhere,
Yeah.
and it'll be some like underground shit from the 80s, you know.
Yeah.
But that was always the fun part about making skate videos too, is like what song you're gonna pick for your part,
Oh yeah.
you know. I don't think I ever picked anything rap though for my skate
Trying to
parts.
think. I don't. Oh, I did, dude. I remember picking King Kong in the trunk, King Kong, and then I used a Lil Wayne Make It Rain. Oh shit, what was it? It was Lil Wayne, like Make It Rain song. Fuck, I forget how it goes, but I was doing when I was in the garage at the O'Fallon house, and I was doing a front board
on that
270
cooler?
out on top
On
of
the
a cooler.
cooler?
Yeah. But yeah, I remember picking songs like that.
But I think skateboarding just taught us how to be more creative
Yeah.
with especially with what you got,
Oh yeah.
you know, because like the King's Highway Bridge, and like, you know, even us, like we'd have to like sometimes putty up a crack to skate some stairs, you know,
Yeah.
or it's just, it taught me to think outside the box,
Yeah.
and that translated very well into music, because
Yeah.
like those two kind of feel the same in a way, like the thinking about a trick, like the freedom of doing your own I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I started talking, I was like, wait, what the fuck am I saying right now?
That's hilarious.
I also ate an edible before I came, bro.
That's funny.
But yeah.
But no, dude. Yeah, I think skateboarding led to. I mean, I know we've talked about that before. We talked about this, but photography. You know, I think being a skater helped develop my eye for photography. You know, like I even wrote this down in my. I even wrote this in my bio on my VSA page one time, and it was like skateboarding. Coming from skateboarding, I learned to look at things like. I didn't write this part, but this is basically what I was saying was like coming from skateboarding, I learned to look at the world differently. You know, like a handrail ain't just a handrail. You know, it's something to skate down. You know, or stairs, and then like moving around so much allowed me to like, because we moved around back and forth for like 4, 5, 6 years, like through our developmental years. I think it was like 2nd grade through 7th grade. Back and forth every year, half the year in 2nd grade, half the year in 3rd grade, half the year in 4th grade, you know, and so on and so on. And then 6th and 7th grade, I think were solid. 2006 and 2007 were like 2 solid years of being in Florida. But that led me to develop like being cut from a different cloth, like just being able to adapt, you know, like I feel like I'm able to adapt. Fuck, dude. No, I don't know what I'm talking about. I had it in my head, dude. But
I can see your mouth slowly starting to grin. Like, I don't know what the fuck I don't know where I'm going with this. But
let's end this podcast.
well, dude, hold on now. I know what you were saying. Like the one thing that made moving easy is linking up with the skateboarders, you know, like that was the first people that we are attracted to, and all the skaters would come up to us, so it was very welcoming even in going into a new school, you know.
Yeah.
And I think
well, dude, yeah, if it wasn't for skating, dude, it would have been way harder to find friends.
Yeah,
you
like
know? But it's funny because in Florida, I feel like, well, I mean, we had a group. See, it's funny because like all of our friends were your age in Florida. You know, like they were the older kids. Because people my age, I mean, there was like a couple kids my age that skated. Nathan, I remember this kid named Zach, but I felt like more of like an outcast as a skater in Florida. You know, in school, outside of school, when we're kicking it with the friends and stuff, it was all good.
See, I felt like an outcast here.
Yeah,
because I guess like not many people my age skated back in high school.
Yeah,
like there wasn't a big group.
Yeah.
There really wasn't.
Yeah.
Like it was me and Freddie for a while, and then Vegas came in, and
yeah.
he was like the closest to my age.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. It's so weird how that happens. But yeah, like honestly, skateboarding is what led to me meeting everybody. I mean, that's how I met everybody was through
Mhm.
skateboarding. Like all my people that I hung out with,
Mhm.
And even mom used to always say that. She's like, "Why can't you hang out with this kid just because he doesn't skateboard?" And we're like, "I don't know, mom. Like I want to hang out with other skaters, I
Yeah.
want to hang out with people that are doing what I'm doing."
Yeah. It's the truth though, man. Like a lot of dope people come from skateboarding.
Yeah.
Like a lot of dope creatives. Like literally pretty much everyone we know that's into
Do you think
doing
this
music.
just popped in my head? Do you think it's because like eating shit, like falling on the concrete humbles you? Like slamming on the ground. Like
Oh
people
yeah.
people that have never slammed hard on the ground don't know. Like it's almost like being punched in the face. If you've never been punched in the face, you're probably like arrogant. You're probably more arrogant. Like you don't know consequences. But we know consequences through like eating shit, like slamming on the
Yeah.
ground.
And it's I'm glad you said that. It's because skaters are mostly humble. And if you're not a humble skater, everyone's like, fuck you,
Yeah.
Like they don't go for that
It's
shit.
like that movie with Rob Dyrdek. Remember?
Yeah, yeah.
He played that character where
Yeah.
he was the arrogant, cocky
Arrogant
dude
dick, and
where
no one
he
fucks
was
with
like the
them.
enemy of the movie.
Yeah. And we know people that
Oh
we
yeah.
grew up with,
Yeah, back in those days, yeah.
it's like they were hated on,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just that's just one thing I miss about the skate, like being a part of that community, bro. Like with music, it's totally the opposite. If you're humble, you're like the weirdo, you
Yeah.
know? Like if you're not braggadocious, like what are you doing? Type shit.
And music?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it seems like, you know? Because like anytime me and you would go record with other people, we always felt like we didn't belong in a
Yeah.
way, or at least with me. I've always felt that way.
Dude, that's an interesting point, man, that I think that is where it comes from. Like just cuz we know what it's like to fall, We know what it's
Mhm.
like to get hurt. We know what it's like to bounce back, to get up, keep going. Like to be a skater, dude, you have to have like a certain mentality. You can't be somebody that's just going to eat shit and quit.
Mhm.
You got to if you're going to make it in skating, you got to be willing to eat shit over and over and over again
Mhm.
in order to get the trick or to progress.
And you can't be a person that likes to follow rules,
Yeah.
because like you can't be a too goody good where like you won't go skate the street spots because you possibly might get
Yeah.
arrested. Like there's some like rebelness to that. And I see that in both of us.
Yeah.
Like we got a lot of rebellious tendencies.
And I see it in like a lot of people that we've talked to that have the skate
Yep.
come from the
Yep.
skate world.
Yep. I
It's
think it
so
all goes
funny,
hand in
man.
hand, bro.
Yeah.
Like it goes hand
Yeah,
in
because it
hand.
definitely takes like a certain quality to be somebody that skates.
Yeah. And we still got skateboarding in us. It's not like we don't skate every day, but like I'm watching my Instagram feeds mostly skateboarders, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, mine too.
So it's still like a deep, deep love. Like I feel like I owe a lot to skateboarding,
Yeah.
and we definitely need to get back on the board more. But it's I don't know. It'll be forever my first love, bro.
Yeah.
And music's definitely my second love. Like that's my second like calling. Like, don't they say like when you're a kid you have your first love, but it's not your real love until you get
Well, they say
older?
that with like
Is that with women?
human relationships. Yeah.
Okay, that's with women.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they say that. Like they say there's like you'll never forget your first love or something like that, but it's never as meaningful as like your true love
Yeah.
or some shit
Because
like
like skateboarding is my like first love for real, but I it got to a point where I can't see myself like living the life that I want to live just pursuing skateboarding.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't take away from skateboarding at all.
Yeah.
It's just like I've always wanted to pursue something that longevity. Like,
Well, yeah, you can
could
love
do-
something without like wanting to be that forever.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
because we loved wrestling like back
Yeah.
in the day. Like we were the biggest wrestling fans.
that's what we talked about the other day. Like, because we were into wrestling before we were into skateboarding. So I brought it up the other day. Like, was wrestling our first love? But then we talked about it. And we're like, no, it was our first entertainment, but it wasn't like the first. Like, we never wanted to be a wrestler.
Yeah.
We always wanted to be a skater, like a
Skater.
pro skater.
Mhm.
Like, man, if I could just live off this, it would be great.
Mhm.
Sponsored, you know, we never tried to be a wrestler at
Mhm.
all. We just loved it for the entertainment aspect.
Mhm.
And dude, I mean, I'm sure kids feel the way we felt about it back then now, but I feel like we were into it at the prime of wrestling. You know, like all the best characters, dude.
Oh, that was the
Stone
gold.
Cold,
That was the
The
golden
Rock,
era.
The Undertaker, John Cena, Kurt Angle,
Rey Mysterio,
Brock Lesnar, like Rey Mysterio,
Yeah.
Big Show, you know, all the fucking like legends,
Yeah.
Kane,
Mankind,
Mankind,
Yeah.
dude.
The
Like,
list goes on.
yeah.
And your favorite, Gold Dust.
Shh, dude, don't tell nobody.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're live.
No, he was the weirdest fucking character. and then he had there was like he became something else too, didn't he? Or there was
I think so.
or he had a mini me or something.
Mm.
I think he had, like, a
He
mini
definitely
guy.
had a mini me, bro.
Yeah.
He definitely did.
And then there was like a Hurricane, the Hurricane
Mhm.
dude. Dude, I have all the action figures. I think I don't know if I actually have a Gold Dust one.
Dude,
but
you need to save that because I guarantee there's gonna be worth money someday.
yeah,
Just to see how like these Pokemon cards are like going through the roof.
yeah.
Like, do you have Yu-Gi-Oh cards still here, bro?
No.
Because I'm sure those are worth some money too eventually.
See, we used to love that shit too back in the day.
Yeah,
We used to love Pokemon.
with wrestling, it was a totally different thing because I remember collecting magazines and
Yeah.
posting it all over our room.
we would run into like toy shops to see who can get the
Mhm.
so I could get a first pick over you
Mhm.
on which character to get, you know, or which action figure to get. And I remember one time we were leaving Illinois to Florida, and we stopped at a Toys R Us, and we ran in, and you got there before I did. And you got this Mankind that came with the mask. I was so heartbroken, dude. I was like, fuck, man. Because I was like looking around. There's like nothing else. That was the only cool one. And I was pissed, dude.
Yeah, I remember like me, you, and Corey ran in, and Mom took us, but Corey's the
Got
only
the
one that
we-
got
yeah,
something.
yeah.
And I was like, this is fucked up. You
Yeah.
know, my mom's the one
Yeah.
that drove us. What the fuck?
Those were the best, dude. I miss those days too. And then
Oh,
we'd
we
always,
used to wrestle pillows on
we'd
the
wrestle
trampolines.
pillows. Like I remember having the big pillows, and at that time we were like around that size, so we were
Yeah.
smaller. So and there was like a one pillow that was like perfect. It was like a
Oh, yeah.
feathery pillow, and we would like pick it up and like choke slam it and like everything, and it felt like a real person. You know, I
Yeah,
felt like we
yeah.
were really doing it.
That's how you broke my nose, bro. That's
Dude,
what
I got my tooth chipped. Fucking, I had a tennis racket, and I think it was Corey. But he ran. He was a bigger kid than I was, and he ran and drop kicked me. And he drop kicked the tennis racket. And the tennis racket
Ooh.
came back and hit my tooth and chipped it.
Oh,
Hurt so
man.
bad.
Man.
I remember that shit hurting so bad. But we would do wrestling matches on the trampoline.
Yeah, we would have entrances and
Yeah,
come out to a song.
yeah.
Like, those are good times,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Good times.
We used to always want a ring. And there was a couple times when we almost got one, like a wrestling ring.
Still might.
Yeah.
Still might do that.
I would, dude. I really would. If I could afford it, throw one up in the backyard.
That'd be fun, to be honest.
That'd be so fun.
But
Off the turnbuckle.
get Nate over here, get everyone over. It's funny because a lot of those guests we had on were big wrestling fans too. I don't know about Matt so much, but he's got people in his posse that
Oh, yeah.
were big
Oh,
into
dude, in
wrestling.
his reel,
Yeah.
there's a scene where a dude's doing
Yeah.
some wrestling shit.
I think it's from a music video too.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
All right, bro. Well, we were gonna do a shorter podcast today, but I could see we went over the time.
Yeah.
So
No, so let's talk about. No, I'm just like, all right.
well, I do want to know. No,
No, but there's one. No.
but then there's. But we didn't talk about it.
We should talk about. Nah.
Episode
So
16.
this episode was just a nostalgic episode. Then
Yeah.
that'll be the title. Nostalgia. Some shit like
bruh.
that. Just reminiscing. Growing up, skateboarding, wrestling. Thank you for watching episode 16.
Here and Now with Brandon and Joe. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Oh, man. That was an episode.